Okay, there, everybody. It's time for Wednesday Warships. I'm your host, Strange Jim, and today, as I mentioned, we're going to be playing some World of Warships. Now, so it looks like we got a little bit of work cut out for us a bit, but we'll see what we can do here. So first off, I just wanted to kind of state, looks like we got about 11K worth of experience, base experience to get. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get that tonight. Not in the 2 hours that I got, but I mean, I'll see what I can do, but more often than not, I could only get about a little over 2,000. So that'll probably leave like 9,000. So, really do need to try to see about trying to recruit some more members in the clan, especially those that, can participate during the week. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everybody's kind of, well, I want people that are not gonna, not gonna be here. You know, uh, a week or two, no problem. I have no problems because I mean that's, life gets in the way sometimes. But when it's getting close to a year, it's like, yeah, okay. I would love to see, more interactions. I do love the fact that, Mikey, Noble, Kermit, and Tornado comes on in and still plays the game. I appreciate that. Um, Still contributes. You know, I know that I don't contribute all that much, even though technically the clan is in my name. But I, as I've mentioned to Mikey, I only play this once a week, so um, I feel that if I try to play it any more than once a week, I would just kind of my competitive side and my anger would probably get the best of me. So I don't want that to happen. I want to enjoy the game. I want to keep on playing the game while enjoying it. I don't want to. If I've yelled at my friends in the past with, PvP style games before, I really don't want to do that again. So, so I limit myself. You know, um, it's a self-limitation. Uh, better to. Um, so, I mean, I could completely get rid of it altogether, but I still enjoy playing the game. So, um, I just don't want to get to a point where, um, I, I don't want to get into that that bad mindset of, oh, hey, look, I'm gonna like look at everybody's, all of my player clan stats and see how well everybody's holding, doing, and if they're not holding up to my particular standards, then they're kicked. No, I don't like that kind of mentality either. Or oh my God, you guys are completely, failing in the games. You're gonna be kicked because you can't, you're not playing well. It's I don't really want that kind of mentality. Um, and the thing is that I've kind of seen friends get to that point where they get super focused in the game, super like they go into the ranked battles and they're like, come on, man, pick, be better. It's like, but it's a game. I want to be entertained. I'm not playing it to go pro here. That kind of thing. Um, so, um, I mean, if you want to be pro, then be my guest, I guess. But you know, um, I'm not looking for that. Not in my clan. So, um, so um, we got a container like right before end of the stream last week, so I figured I'd hold on to it until today. So we'll go ahead and open that up because I was afraid that it might contain like a premium account or something along those lines, but that wasn't the case. So got another item for the collection for the Italian destroyers. Okay. I thought I was going to be getting a container for the 5 epochs, but apparently I'm collecting for the Italian destroyers now. I don't really want to collect for the Italian destroyers. I still want to collect for the German Navy. I want to finish off this one first. Okay. We still have. We're working on the second mission for the 5 epochs of the Navy. Looks like this one. Oh right, I went for the Tenru on that, seeing that I still have that particular ship. So, so the very first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and grab that, and we're gonna go ahead and play our first mission. Now, as always, everybody is welcome to join me if you want. I do have a Discord that you can kind of join me on that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and switch on over to Raiders real quick because I have that set up as well. Yep, there we go. So we'll go ahead and start this battle up. And let me just go ahead and just... Ooh, wow, that is a lot of enemies right at this moment in time. Let me just go ahead and throw a tank down, just for the hell of it. I believe there's still some more like battle planning for me to kind of work on, so I'll just kind of put like a little archer there, right next to me. Let's see, where were my quests? Place 2 warriors, kill 1 support unit. Oh, we got the 5 battle plans. Nice. That's out of the way. Okay, so it's looking like I just need to place 2 warriors tonight. Okay. Not that big of a deal. So, let's see. I'll go ahead and take care of these. So, go ahead and start placing your units down. And we'll see about trying to tackle everybody here. So, hopefully I'll see you guys there. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get back into the game. Let's get back in the world of warships. And let's sail. Let's go. if you've never played this game before, or if you want to, or if you have some questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind trying to help out. I mean, I'm not like super pro or anything along those lines, but you know, I can at least answer the basic questions. So. Okay, 2 aircraft carriers, 4 battleships, 4 cruisers, and 2 destroyers.
Action stations.
Okay.
Good luck and fair seas. Let's give them a hard time.
Now, if... Oh, I don't know what the heck that destroyer's doing. That's not typically a smart idea to go out into open water like that. But...
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Not being detected just yet. Didn't have range on that destroyer. Oh, I have range on that destroyer. But not... Unfortunately, I got an island between me and him. So that's not great. Nope.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Once again, my...
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Ooh boy. Oh, that's not great.
Sir.
God damn, man. Of course, non-penetration. Destroyed a cannon, but...
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Yep. Damn, man. Still can't get the... Still can't get the distance going anymore.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support. Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
I don't know if there's going to be any kind of if there's going to be any kind of destroyers kind of coming up through that channel, but who knows? Maybe I might get lucky with a sneak attack. We'll see. Fortunately, I don't have any kind of like radar detection, so not much I can really do about it. About that, but he's not being detected right at this moment in time, which means this is going to be a little bit more difficult, I would imagine. Hey, Kushi, Kushihiki? Hiki? I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the follow, I should say. I appreciate it. Okay. Not doing well. Oh, there he is. Crap. That Arkansas is by himself. If I can just get to that dirt ski there to kill him off.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Nope, nope. He's dead. Okay.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Oh, shit. That was lucky. Now, if I can get to a point where I can throw some torpedoes their way, that'd be pretty good. Oh, there they are. I want to get close to the island here because I want to throw some torpedoes up towards them. Oh, that St. Louis is going to be a problem. Ah, damn. Ah, couldn't release the torpedoes in time. Damn. Oh well, I tried. Didn't really do very well on that match, unfortunately. Oh well, what can one do? Alright. Let's see. Unfortunately, the Tenru is the only one that can satisfy that particular campaign, so I'm kind of stuck on that one. But in the meantime, let's go ahead. Let's see. Do I have... I don't have any other tier 2s. but I still want to be able to see when the Tenru comes out of battle. Okay, let's see. Where do we stand on the tier 3 destroyer here? Okay, we got enough to get to the V170, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Let me make sure that I have plenty of when did I get so many vacant slots? That's interesting. I don't remember having this many vacant slots for the last time I checked. At most, I should only have had like one, maybe two. So, not sure what happened there. Okay, well, that's just odd, but we'll just go ahead and proceed like normal, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the commander from our tier 3. There we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and set up everything here. We want main armaments modification. I mean, I could have gone for the detonation, but I mean, destroyers already have a fairly low health anyway, so I'd rather make sure that they're, that my torpedoes survive. Oh, I mean, I kind of wish that I could actually do both, personally, but, I can't really do that, so... but at least there's, like, flags that I can place on the ship if I absolutely need to, if I need to try to make sure that I don't have any detonations going on. And then, of course, for this one, I always go with the engine room, just so that, if the engines get disabled or get knocked out, then it doesn't take as long to get them repaired, because believe me, you do not want to be without your engines in a destroyer. Or at least in my particular opinion. Destroyers tend to need to be highly mobile, so having your engines knocked out is not good. So we don't need the tier 3 destroyer anymore, so we're going to go ahead and sell that. Sell the upgrades. There we go. Let's see. Tenru's still on the battle. We don't have any other tier 3s to worry about. Although, if I have like 4 vacant slots, then oh no, there's the defeat. Damn. Yeah, I didn't do nearly as well as what I really wanted to. I don't know. It feels as though my shells are just, I've said it in the past like 2 weeks that my shells are going. It feels like my shells are going slower for some reason. My standard viewing of where the ships are in terms of how fast my shells are going isn't the same, or at least prior to like ever since I guess ever since I got my new machine, it feels as though my aim is off, which is just odd. I've not been getting nearly as many shots landing as I used to, and I don't know. I don't know if it was like something that changed in the game itself. I don't know if it's because I believe I'm still using the same scaling as I was prior to the new machine, so it's not like the sights is incorrect, but I don't know. Can't really tell you. Well, we're gonna try again because we need to take care of that one. We're gonna take care of that one quest line, so. Or that one mission, I should say. And we'll see what we can do on that. So. So hopefully everybody's evening is going well. Midday has been pretty good so far. Can't really complain all that much. Okay, so we got a couple of AIs right at this point, so that's interesting. Hey, Vinny! Oh, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate it. You didn't need to do that. How's your evening been?
Action stations.
Good luck, everyone.
Been good, and you? I'm doing well there, Vinny. I'm doing well. Just playing some World of Warships. Getting my ass kicked like normal. And, hoping for a little bit better shots. Okay.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
Oh.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Let's see. Into the island. Apparently I hate the island. Shoot the island! you at? Where are you at?
Enemy destroyer detected.
Nope, nope.
Enemy
Oh,
cruiser sighted.
nice, got him.
Enemy destroyer sunk. Off to a great start.
Let's see. Do, 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 do. Yo, destroyer, stop shooting your guns. You're showing your position there, dude.
Our team has taken the lead.
Probably gonna kill him with that volley. Yep, there he goes.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Oh, into the side of the map.
Our victory is in sight.
There we go. Okay, let's see.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Now my shots seem to be perfectly fine. What's up with, like, is it maybe like the first match somehow? That doesn't really make that much sense. Oh, Jesus.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
That's the third kill. Okay. Let's go ahead and help out our battleship friend over there. Although technically this guy is on fire, so he's about ready to die anyway. Yep, there he goes. Wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Got my win for the battle, so that's awesome. Okay, so I mean we still got a ways to go before we can get the this task done, but I don't want to grind, you know, specifically on the 10 roof for tonight. Also, seeing that I apparently have a lot of vacant slots right at this moment in time for additional ships, even though I didn't purchase any. You know, so that's kind of confusing. I don't know exactly where these slots came from, but I mean they're there, so let's see about maybe getting another line going here. Okay, so we already have. We, okay, we pretty much have the Japanese covered. We have the battleship line, the cruiser line, the 2 destroyer line, and the aircraft carrier line going. So there's no worries there that we need to worry about. We have the American battleships that will turn into 2 separate lines later. I'm nowhere near it, but it's good to kind of keep like a single slot open for this eventually. So that's 1 slot done. Or one out of the 4 taken just by the battleships alone. Then we have the cruisers, which I already have that already taken care of, so I don't need to spare any additional slots for that. So we have the destroyer line already kind of taken care of, and the aircraft carrier already taken care of, so we don't need to worry about those. Let's see, the Russians. I have the battleship line. Okay. I was able to open up the the Svetlana. Prior to me switching over to the battleship line, so I could go for the Russian cruiser line. I could also do the exact same thing for the destroyer line as well. So I could add a lot of the slots for the Russians, but let me see about others. We got the German battleship line already going there. Got the cruiser line fine. Okay, we don't have. We just got the V170. So eventually we were probably going to need like another slot for the other destroyers. And then we have another slot for the aircraft carriers as well. So that potentially could be about 3 slots taken altogether on that. So, but I don't see anything that I can purchase like right now. I still need to grind the V170 for that. So, United Kingdom. I got 2 special captains for the British, so that's why you see the two battleships there. Could purchase the Emerald already because that's already open. And could start on the British destroyer line as well. So I could do that. Let's see. Could go for the French destroyer line. Again, not a great destroyer captain, so I'm not all that hyped about it. We got the Italian destroyers coming out eventually, but obviously that's those are kind of locked initially. So, and we also have the Italian battleships that became available as well. Although I would have to like repurchase back to get started on that line. So I mean, so that's a possibility I could do. Let's see. Pan Asians, they have the cruiser line that opened up, so but don't have any of the um, don't have any of the research going there. Uh, kind of find it odd that the cruiser line doesn't have tier 2, 3, and 4 available that you can just kind of stack on through, but who knows? um, Still working on the European line, so don't need to worry about that. The Netherlands working on those cruisers, so we're good there. And don't have anything in the Commonwealth, so so I don't know. I I don't have anything right at this moment that uh, at this moment in time that really stands out to me. Like, hey, I really need to purchase this, or um, like I tend to lean more towards the battleships. Um, so yeah, it's I have the majority of the battleships already kind of taken up already, so I don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. So, majority of them look like and they want me to go towards the cruiser line, and it's like, I mean, I don't mind the cruiser and the destroyer line, but at the same time, I don't necessarily mind it just to be able to unlock um, the CVs. So, um, I mean, I could just kind of get um, I could just get uh, these destroyers here going just so I can eventually get to the CVs. That's a possibility. Create captains that are more designed for the CVs than they are destroyers. It's always a possibility. I have probably about like 2 spare slots available to do that. So, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go ahead and let's see. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let me check out. Um, let's see. I want to see where. Where do I find my list of captains? Let's see. Okay, so I do have um, a captain for a destroyer, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want him to be. I mean, if he's good for like the destroyer line, then I'd rather keep him on the destroyer line. Um, it'd be quite silly for me to, um, he's proficient at being a destroyer, and he's a commander in the CVs. That doesn't really make much sense now, does it? So yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and switch on over to Stream Raiders. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Thank you everybody for placing units. I appreciate it. Let's see. We got ourselves a couple of. Oh, let me switch on over here. There we go. So you guys can actually see everything. Looks like we got a couple fighters, couple archers, and a musketeer. We got a wide range right at this point in time. I'm thinking let's go ahead and put. We're probably going to be needing a lot of defense as it was anyway, so let's go ahead and try to set some defense down and let's get this show going here. Hopefully everybody kind of goes south. There we go. You know, improve on the defense there so that you know, survivability kind of goes up a little bit. I'm doing pretty good so far. Looks like we just have that one left. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Congrats, everybody. Ah, can only pick one winner though, even though there's two. Well, Guthop did the most out of everybody. So, not to say that I wouldn't want to give rewards over to the Nub Dragon, but it is what it is. At least you get like a chest at the very end anyway, so you know there's that. All right, we got a bus battle coming up, so we'll start this battle. I gotta place a warrior down for my quest line, so there's that. So everybody start placing your units down, and we'll see how well we do on this. There's not a ton of soldiers right at this moment in time, but I'm kind of worried because I mean you still have the boss, and you know I'm not quite sure exactly what these enchanters do, but we'll go ahead and place an archer battle plan right there. Not that I really need it right at the moment, but there you go. Okay. Well, there's. Oh, we're not ending yet. We're not ending yet there, Jim. Okay, there we go. So let's get back into World of Warships here. And let's go ahead and we're going to buy with a commander, basic training, purchase a ship. We're gonna basically build this officer up to be a CV captain, you know, and that's it. So, go to equipment. Once again, we'll do the main armaments for the torpedoes, seeing that it is a destroyer. Torpedo range isn't that great, but I mean it's okay. So. So we'll go ahead and set that up. Let's see. So we'll eventually build our British, you know, the British line down. We'll eventually open up the Costa, but main goal for this one, for this particular captain, is to eventually get to the carrier line. So. We already have the V170, so not much we can really kind of do about there. Let's see. I guess. I guess we'll go ahead and get the, you know, the Russian destroyer line going as well. Go to equipment. Let's see. Oh, 4 kilometers. That's not great. I'm hoping that this is more of a gunboat than anything else. I mean, it has a smoke screen, so I mean, that's something good anyway. 4 kilometers. Well, we're gonna definitely go with the main armaments just for the guns anyway. But we'll see what we can do on that one. Okay. Now that we have 2 destroyers that are also that are tier 2s, let's go ahead and get the let's go ahead and get those first wins on those. So let's get started. You still there? Are you still there, Vinny? If so, how's your day been? What have you been up to today? Okay, looks like we got a battle with cruisers and destroyers. Not a ton. Oh, wow. Let's see, we have a single cruiser player and 2 other destroyer players. Hey there, Jedi. How you doing there, bud? Been kind of slow today. What about your day? What have you been up to? For me, it's just been work and watching some videos. That's been pretty much my day for the most part. So actually, we're gonna let our we're gonna let the AIs kind of go forward so that we can just kind of tackle all the you know, the AIs are just gonna come straight barreling forward to our camp circle. So
Let's give them a hard time.
oh no, not overworking me whatsoever. So okay, we have a lot of the AIs over here. So
Enemy cruiser sighted.
oh, hit his steering. That's good. Although I'm currently missing him a lot, but ah, damn. Oh boy.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Oh, damn it. I gotta be careful because our
The ship is on fire.
that should be good enough. There we go.
Enemy cruiser foundered. The enemy team has taken the
Smoke
lead.
generator started.
The enemy is about to win.
Smoke screen set.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh boy.
Torpedoes to starboard.
There he goes.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Nope.
Enemy cruiser destroyed. We've got 2 of them.
Double kill. Alright. Unfortunately, with so many enemy players on the team, or I think all the enemy players are still alive. It's gonna be a kind of a difficult uphill battle on this one. So, yeah, my torps didn't reach. Let's see how. Yeah, my torps are 4 kilometers, so it's like, I have to like get like super close to these guys in order to really get the torpedoes going. So, oh, okay. Throw some torpedoes down at you.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
torpedoes, dead ahead.
Ow.
Smoke screen set.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
Enemy cruiser destroyed. The enemy team has taken the lead.
Ah, damn. Oh well. I took out quite a bit. Now it's up to the other players to finish the job, but I don't know. You know, I have a funny feeling that this particular person looks like they're still kind of getting used to everything, so they might be a fairly new player. So, and these guys definitely feel as though they've played before. So, you know, just the fact that we have these two in a division right at this moment in time almost kind of makes me wonder if this one is kind of trying to like take a test or something like that to see how well they are. You know, a clan test maybe. I don't know. Yep, there you go. All right, Dave's. You got a very uphill battle going for you right at the moment, but those torpedoes were not aimed correctly. Hopefully he has some kind of smoke screen, but at the same time he doesn't really have any he doesn't really have any line of sight on any of them, so even if he was to throw up some smoke, he'd be in a really difficult position because yeah. He wouldn't be able to see anyone outside of the smoke screen. Granted, Dave, we wouldn't necessarily see him either, but three against one, yeah, fortunately not exactly happening there, but didn't necessarily get my win, so still have that 50% on there. So we're gonna go ahead and try this again, and we'll see if we can get in the get that destroyer wing going. So. But no, work's been perfectly fine. Um, to be honest, I really kind of need to um, step up a little bit more um, because I feel like I'm behind in some way, you know, than my peers. I always have that kind of mentality in my mind as though I'm not doing well. Um, I mean, let's face it. You know, I haven't been able to hold down a job at all. So, um, you know, or at least you know the jobs that I did. I was working at a long time ago. Um, you know, I wouldn't want to be there anymore. You know, and I quit those, but lately, ever since I've, you know, graduated from college and been trying to, you know, keep myself in the software development industry, it's been a little bit harder to kind of hold down a job. Uh, you know, it makes me think back, you know, at how my dad was struggling to hold down a job after he, you know, um, he had his medical discharge from the army. So, but you know, he didn't necessarily have a college degree to back himself up. But yeah, it was rough for him as well. So yeah, I'm pretty relaxed for the most part there, Vinny. So it's not like I'm ripping out my hair or anything along those lines. Um, my 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 concern right at this point is the fact that because I'm a contractor and because um, you know, being a contractor means that um, you know, they can pretty much drop me at any particular moment in time. They can basically say, "Hey, um, we don't want to renew your contract at all." So, um, so that it could get to a point where it's like, you know, hey, um, I come to work one day and I get an email saying, "Hey, you know, we're done with your contract. You can go back to Revoture now." And it's like, yeah. Um, you know, I'm just worried about stability. You know, that's my worry right at this moment in time. Um, you know, give me some code. Let me keep on coding and you know keep me in you know keep me where you know someplace stable and I'll be happy. You know, I could do that for years. Um, you know, I'm not gonna be um like if you know uh you know I've done you know pretty brainless work um prior to graduating kind of thing and um there was hardly ever a time where I was you know um like completely stressed out like you know the job was stressing me out beyond belief. um I never really had that problem with any particular work. So,
Action stations.
okay, let's see. We got six. Um, we got six AIs. So, and it looks like the two destroyers that were against me last time are on my team this time around. So,
Good luck, everyone. Good luck and fair seas. Good luck, everyone.
hmm. Looks like all the destroyers are not AIs, so there's that. Oh, our two destroyers over on the east, though, they're getting very dangerously close to the front lines. You know what? I think I'm gonna move on back to um, think I'm gonna go back this way and try to give them some support. So
Concentrate fire on the
Enemy
designated
cruiser
target.
detected.
Acknowledged.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
come on. Nope, you got him. Okay. We'll keep on firing on these guys.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Ah, damn. Not getting a single shot on this guy. Oh, God. Oh, that was pathetic.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard.
Okay. Unfortunately, with my
Team has taken the lead.
torpedoes being 4 kilometers and my detection range being that much larger. Oh, okay.
Engine boost activated. Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes to port.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Torpedoes
Our
to port.
victory is in sight.
Critical engine damage.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Nice work. Smoke generator
Enemy
started.
destroyer detected.
Gotcha.
Screen set.
Enemy destroyer.
Whew. Oh, that was a close one. I was so close to death on that one. Okay. That one's done. Okay. Well, we don't have that much time left for until the stream raiders, but You know what? Let's go ahead and throw in the battle in another battle anyway. Everybody that's doing the stream raiders will just kind of have to wait a little bit, I guess, or we'll see. Maybe uh, it took a while before the match was ready last time, so who knows? Maybe uh, you know maybe we'll be still waiting when stream raiders are done. We'll see. uh, but yeah, for me, it's been uh, I haven't really had any jobs that have been like seriously like stressful. Um, I got more stressed out by high school and college than I have with any kind of job that I've ever had. So, um, at least I felt more pressure from college and high school than I ever did with a job. So, um, oh boy, I'm going up against these two again. Yeah, well, all right, well, stream readers are ready to go. So let me go ahead and start that up. Not a ton of players this time around, so we'll just kind of throw some defense down and we'll get started on that. Raiders, there we go. So let's see. It's not looking that great right at this moment in time. Oh, no, no, okay. They're still holding off against each other. Ah, nice. All right. Let me switch this back to the standard gameplay. Thank you, Nub Dragon, for your participation there. Back to map. Boss defeated. Nice. And we'll just kind of go to this one here. Start the battle. Warrior. There we go. And let's get back into World of Warships. Yep, I'm going around in circles. Alright. Oh, we already lost. Oh, okay. Well, it was an AI destroyer, so not that big of a loss, but still. Looks like we got all of our player, uh, all of the destroyer captains over there, so.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I would, but they're a little too far away from me. Oh, he's really. That guy really kind of tried to sacrifice himself just to throw some torpedoes down into that dreadnought. Okay.
Proceed to the base.
Careful of
Concentrate
the
fire on the designated target.
remaining DDs. They are dangerous. Hey there, Thunder. How you doing? Must wear glasses for the rest of the stream? I don't even know where my glasses are, to be honest. But I'll see what I can do about trying to find them after this battle there, bud. You're just gonna have to kind of give me a minute. Let me finish off this. Oh, Citadel
Enemy
hit.
cruiser
Nice.
sunk. The enemy team has taken the lead.
Okay, well, let's head on back towards the. Let's see. What's my torpedo range? 6 kilometers. Okay. Oh, okay. Sounds good there, Jedi.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship. We've destroyed an enemy cruiser. We've got 2 of them.
Okay. Okay, St. Louis is gone. Not quite sure what this smoke screen is all about.
Smoke generator started. Smoke screen set.
Nope, I'm dead. Ah. At least I got a torpedo strike on him. But yep, he's a little bit better than me as a DD. So ooh, nice shot there, Dreadnought. Got him. Nicely done there, guys. Nicely done. Worthy adversary. Don't really give that often, but you know, let me go ahead and give those guys some compliments there. So it's not that often that I give compliments to players, and I really, well, I don't know. Uh, the interactions aren't always there per se, but I figured this time around I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, glasses, glasses. Where did I put my glasses at? Where did I put my glasses at? As you can see, I don't really wear them that often. I don't really need to. They're more for I'm I'm more nearsighted than farsighted. But so I mean I don't necessarily need to throw my glasses on when I'm streaming because I can see everything perfectly fine. Okay. Well, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me. And let me make sure that you guys can actually still hear me and everything. There we go. No one ever does that particular redeem, and ever since I've had to ever since the carpet replacement, which required me to kind of move everything around. I haven't been able to kind of put things back the way they used to be. So, yeah, Thunder. I can't seem to find where I placed them, man. You'll have to go ahead and refund you back the points for now. I'll have to, it's it's getting dark. Can't really see. There's a lot of like you know, my room isn't in the office isn't like well lit, so I can't. I mean the case isn't, you know, like black or anything like that, so it's not like I'm, you know, I'm it's, you know, a hard to find case per se, but you know, I think I might have like put it away in a closet or something like that, and didn't remember to bring it back out again. So because I haven't really needed it. Oh well. Sorry about that, though, Thunder. We'll have to do that like maybe on Saturday. So there we go. Okay, well, we got ourselves a couple wins for the destroyers. Not exactly, you know, my favorite ships, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see, what about equipment here? Okay, we can do the research and purchase for the equipment, but we won't have enough for next the next ship up, at least for the British line here. What about the Russians here? Same kind of deal on that. So we got the hull, and we got the torpedoes, but not enough for the tier 3 ship. So again, the torpedoes here are only 4 kilometers, so that's not exactly ideal, but you know, got a little bit more, and we got what, one more AA mount and a little bit more health. So a slight increase in damage and faster torpedoes. Okay. On that one. And for this one, we got yeah, we got some more AA mounts and a little bit more health. And we have a little bit of a larger firing range. Okay. So there's that for that. Okay. We got. Okay, so we can go ahead and cut out the tier 2s. We don't need those. There's nothing in the tier 3s right at this moment in time that's not elite already, so we can go ahead and cut that out. And there's only about 30 minutes left for tonight's stream, so it's looking like just the tier 4s are going to be the ships left on that. So, let's see. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while for the grind for the V170. I'm not. I've already done a bit for the destroyers. I really don't want to do any more personally. Let's see. We got about 4,000 left for the battleship there. We still got about 2,000 left for researching this particular cruiser. And this one is about 3,000. So now I don't really like the Danye and the fact that, you know, it's only has the AP shells, but let's do at least one battle with the Danye so that we can keep on getting closer to researching that last cruiser. Who knows? Maybe if I win battle and if I do a really good job on this one particular battle, then you know I might be able to move on to the next, fairly easily. We'll see. Would love to be able to get like, and uh, do a fantastic job and get a whole bunch of experience points that I can put towards the, researching the next ship, and help out the clan as well. Because I would really love to find some. Well, okay, so uh, so I could, if I really wanted to, I could put out into the forums and stuff like that. Hey, come join this particular clan. We are looking for new recruits. I could do that. Um, but the idea is more um, for people to kind of join me in playing this game, every Wednesday, and play, during the rest of the week as well and the weekend, with the other members of the clan. Okay. Um, so it's not like, you know, uh, it's not like I'm, selfish along those lines in the sense that, I only want people playing with me and that's it. No. you know, um, but at the same time, I want to try to build a community as well. So I'd rather be able to. I'd would rather have. I'd rather have that community base clan than just a bunch of random people in it, and that's it. I mean, I could try to convey that in a forum, but I don't know if you know um, I might get people like trying to come into the clan and they could be really toxic or something along those lines, and I really don't want that. Oh boy, what a match to have AP rounds on. Um, so there are 6 destroyers, and unfortunately, AP rounds are terrible when it comes to um, trying to shoot destroyers. So,
Action stations.
okay, we're gonna go north to try to support everybody at A. What a battle to only have AP rounds.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay. We already have. Oh, okay. Ah, missed. Let's see. 3
Looking to see starboard.
non-pens, of course. Oh, the St. Louis is just barely out of range. and he's kind of going away from it right at this moment in time, so I can't really get a good shot on him. Ideally, he would be the best one for me to kind of be aiming at because trying to shoot the destroyers are going to be like the worst. So, all right. Oh, oh, oh. Ah! Ah, shit. I didn't know that he was, kind of turning. Oh my god. See what I mean by,
Enemy cruiser sighted.
I'm getting really focused fired right at the moment. So that's not great. Could really use some help here, guys. Oh, got a penetration. Yay!
Enemy destroyer detected.
Attention. Reporting a target position.
Enemy cruiser detected.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Good show.
Our team has taken the lead.
Nicely done there, mate.
The ship is on fire. Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Wow.
We've sunk
Okay.
an enemy destroyer.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Unfortunately, the health of our ships are not exactly fantastic right at this moment in time, so it's not looking great. Oh. Got a fire set, I think. Doesn't seem like he has any. Oh, yep, there he goes.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Well, that was kind of unfortunate. I mean, technically all the Langley needs to do is just keep this guy in sight. Yep, there he goes. Oh well. We lost that battle. What can one do, right? Okay, let's go ahead and switch on over to Stream Raiders here, real quick. Go ahead and take care of that. Only got about 10 more minutes though for my stream, so I think this is gonna be the last one there, folks. So, let's see. We got ourselves quite a number of fighters. Got a couple of like Rangers and bombers there. So, but the majority are fighters. So we're gonna just go ahead and set up a killing field like right there. And let's go.
The enemy is about to win.
Nice.
The enemy is about to win.
Let's see. Yep. Nub got the most amount of kills out of that one. So they get the rewards. Again, I kind of wish that I could grant, rewards to both, but it doesn't really give me that option. So, all right. And that's gonna be it for tonight. So yeah, we'll have to continue this again next week on the Stream Raiders. So I'm not gonna start another 30-minute round, seeing that I'm probably gonna end it. We'll probably do like. Let me head back to. Oh, okay. Battle's over already. And didn't do too bad overall. But we're just gonna do one more battle on World of Warships, and that's gonna be it for tonight. So we're gonna do our battleship here because I love battleships. So, and that's gonna be the last match. And majority of the time, it's typically, each match lasts, about 15 minutes or so. It's very rarely that I've ever seen a match go like 30 minutes, you know. Um, it goes like the full distance, of the, timer. More often than not, it's, either all the ships are destroyed or, the capture and it's a point win or the base is captured. Um, Very rarely do you ever see like the timer countdown kind of. Um, Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's like a carrier versus carrier at the very end, and sometimes it's just uh, who has the most amount of points at that at that particular point. But for the most part, it's like, eh. Okay, so we got ourselves a tier 4 match. We got ourselves a couple of AIs in there. 5 cruisers, 4 destroyers, 2 battleships, and a CV. So now I'm gonna go north
General quarters.
because it is not wise to go up center with a battleship. So I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna basically go up around this way and try to, keep my guns focused around here and in the hopes of actually, you know, uh, hitting anyone in the center. So, all right.
Good luck and fair seas.
Sounds good there, Vinny. You have yourself a good time, or at least try to. And thank you for the well wishes for the great day tomorrow. I hope you have the same. So, oh boy, we have a couple of players that are AFK right at this moment in time, so that's not great.
Enemy battleship detected.
Got 1 strike. Okay, well, not great, but not totally unexpected either. Oh boy, we got a couple of destroyers coming through the pipeline there.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target. Enemy heavily damaged.
Take that, you son of a bitch. You stay away from me. Let's move our guns over here. My plan to kind of go north has changed. I am not moving, I'm not going down into that smoke screen of death. So,
destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Let's see. Only one pen.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Torpedoes astern.
Yep. I almost rammed into you there, pal. Oh, you almost shot me too. Oh, god damn it. Okay, good.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes direct front.
The enemy team
Torpedoes
is
astern.
taking the lead. Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Nice try there, guy. Nice try there, CV. Wait, what? How was I able to hit his engines? That's weird.
Main turret critically damaged. Torpedoes astern.
Oh, shit.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern. The ship is on fire.
Come on, help me out here, guys. Oh, you're barely alive. Never mind. Ah, God
Main
damn it.
turret critically damaged.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Critical engine damage.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, what the? I hate
Critical
him.
engine damage.
I disable his steering, and he's like, "Oh no, come on!" You know, it's like. Oh, come on. What is with these hits? My steering's gone, so. Yep. Wait, why is their aircraft carrier damaged? CV, were you going after their CV? Okay, let me point this out there, folks, okay? If you're a CV captain, don't go after the enemy CVs at the very beginning, okay? Just don't, okay? The only time you should ever go after an enemy CV is when they're the last on the field, and that's it. Your focus should be, you know, aiming for the battleships, the cruisers, and the destroyers, not the CVs, because the CVs typically have like the best anti-airs. You know, they just tear your planes apart completely. Okay, so you might get like maybe one shot in with your planes on a CV and maybe damage them a little bit. Whereas for destroyers, cruisers, and battleships, you might have, well, I mean, at the higher levels, it's a little bit harder to get, in multiple shots, but sometimes you do. Sometimes the AIs and the AA guns on some of these ships aren't exactly the best. So, you might be able to get away with, um, getting 2 or 3 shots in on some of these guys. And for some of these battleships, it's a good thing because you can actually get some flooding in on these guys. But, yeah. It seems like my roommates are burning down the house again. No, if you weren't really hearing that the fire alarms were going off, but it's kind of smoky in here, which I believe means that they were cooking up something that was smoking up quite a bit. So that was probably it. I'm probably not going to worry too much about it, but we're going to be closing down anyway, so I'll go see what's going on downstairs. Um, but that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Unfortunately, not exactly a fantastic end for the stream, but it is what it is. It happens. You can't win them all, right? So, so we'll go ahead and grab this container here. But all these streams, all these videos are eventually uploaded to my YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out if you like. There's a link down below on my Twitch About page for that. There's also links to my Discord, my Patreon, and my Twitter account down below on my Twitch About page, as well as in the description of my YouTube videos. So feel free to check those out if you're interested. I also have a link to my stream team that I made in the hopes of just gathering a bunch of people together to just kind of benefit everybody that's on the team, no matter who's on it. Streamers and non-streamers alike. It's meant to just kind of be a means to, help others out. So, granted, the majority of it is focused on, helping streamers out by, promoting collabs, promoting charities, promoting tournaments, and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, it's also meant for, helping out non-streamers as well. Maybe you want to look into being a moderator or something along those lines. That's a possibility. Maybe you want to, you're an artist, you're a musician, and you want to, you know, you want a forum in which you want to sell your art, to everybody that's in, um, in the team. That's a possibility. So, I mean, don't think of it as just, strictly streamers. So, um, I foresee it as something that everybody can kind of get a little bit of benefit from. So, check it out. Like I said, the application link is down below on my Twitch About page. I also have been including it in my YouTube videos as of late. There is a Google document that explains everything about the team, what it's all about, what I envision it to be, all the sub-teams that I created, in hopes that, as our team grows and grows, we'll be able to have more people handling, the various odd jobs that are available. I'm not expecting, everybody to be putting in 40 hours. No, no. We're not doing that. Um, but I figure, if you can put in, like an hour time, a week, um, helping out someone on the team, then I feel like you're doing good. So if you want to contribute more, you're welcome to. But you know, I don't want it getting in the way of your everyday life either. So don't do that. You know, make sure that you're, you know, you're comfortable first, and then help out on the team. So, but that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight. Want to thank Shiki for following earlier. I also want to thank Vinny for the Prime subscription. I appreciate it. Also, I want to give shout outs to everybody that talked with me, you know, such as Vinny. Um, you know, Thunder, who stopped on by again. Apologies on the not having the glasses on hand to wear them, but you go ahead and do that on Saturday, and you know, you do that redeem again on Saturday, and I'll make sure that I have them on hand. And Jedi for you know, stopping him by and lurking. You know, hopefully he's enjoying a really good dinner. But that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Want to thank all the lurkers that were there as well. You know, you might not say much, but I still appreciate the fact that you're there, you know, watching me. Hopefully I provided some amount of content for you to digest. Hopefully it was, you know, hopefully it was fun for you. But that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. Let's see. Is there anyone that we can raid? Anyone streaming right at this moment in time that we can go and bug? Prefer to kind of raid down a little bit, but not really. At least no one doing any World of Warships right at this moment in time. Unless there's someone that you folks can recommend. Is there someone playing some World of Warships that that you guys might recommend? Let's see. Let me check on Discover. We'll do the World of Warships. And let's see if we have some. We'll check out the low amount of viewers first off. So let's scroll all the way down to the bottom there. We want to help out, you know, the small streamers as well. Oh, hey, there I am. Let's see. Ideally, it would probably be good if we can find someone that is also fairly new to World of Warships. We have quite a few different range of players right at this moment in time. Hey, wait. That's me again. That's kind of odd. I'm seeing myself twice. Twitch, what are you doing? I shouldn't be seeing myself twice while there is a third time. What the hell is going on with Twitch? I don't need to see myself 3 times there, Twitch. Okay, it looks like there's only a few people streaming, but it just keeps on cycling through the same people over and over and over again. So it's like, okay, well, you know, what can one do, right? Hey there, Mr. Gunny, how you doing tonight? how's your evening been so far? Playing games with friends. East Asian and English, really? See, East Asian. So, what? More, Thailand, maybe? Hong Kong? Not sure. Let's check these guys out here. Okay. Looks like he has fairly low tier ships, but he looks like he's in a division right at this moment in time with 3 other people. Can't really see too much as to his overall level, though. Can't really tell from that. I'm not sure. Anyone that you guys feel like you want me to raid, or does it really matter to you folks? Nah. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it right at this moment in time. Well, yeah, no. I'm not really seeing much here. Or at least nothing that stands out to me. And unfortunately, this little Twitch app isn't really showing me. It isn't really showing like a set number. It keeps on repeating the the viewers over and over and over again. So, so I can't really see if there's anyone that is just kind of has like 1 or 2 viewers overall. So I don't know. I think I'm done. So we're just gonna go ahead and call it then. So thank you all for stopping on by. I appreciate it. Hopefully you all have a good night. You take care. But we're gonna go and call it. So take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll catch you strangers next time.